Hey everyone, arebelspy here, bringing you Shadow Era commentary number 22. This is a game I played. I'm the Lance player here, playing versus a Logan Rettel. And in this game, I don't really remember what happens, but I had recorded it for a reason, so I'm guessing this is going to be a good game. Let's see. So I get a turn 2 Nightshade. He didn't have a turn 2 drop, no Brutalist or anything, so oh, and he plays an Evil Ascent, and that's just going to be annoying because it makes my Nightshades useless, and it obviously hurts all my allies. So I play a Priest to knock down his energy and up my health. So that's not a bad 3-drop. And I think Logan is a decent deck right now. I don't think, oh, and of course he's going to be playing 4 Infernals to go with his evilness, because Infernal's not hurt by that, his Evil Ascent. And so I go ahead and use Lance's ability on my Alden so that I can try and take out his Infernal, because Infernal's just going to be annoying, pinging at my heroes, or pinging at my allies when they're taking 1 damage every turn from Evil Ascent, and then if he's pinging at him, I'm not going to be able to keep anyone on board. So I do go ahead and use my hero's ability early. I normally would save that for a little bit later. And then he plays a Berserker's Edge. And like I was saying, I think Logan is pretty good right now. Maybe not necessarily this style with the Evil Ascent. I haven't seen a whole lot of that. Actually, in our next game, next commentary number 23, it'll be a viewer game Kentucky recommended to me where he's playing a Logan deck and has to deal with, I believe, like a turn 1 Christopher Wilde, turn 2 Puin, turn 3 Alden type rush, and has to try and deal with that. And so here, I attack him multiple times. I'm trying to wear down that his weapon, but it does kill all my allies, and he gets an Infernal out. So he's, of course, trying to wear down my weapon as well. We're fairly even in health, but I have an Ankle Breaker out. He has an ally out. My main problem here is I'm low on cards, and I do go ahead and break the ankle of his Gargoyle. I'm low on cards, but I have an Aeon that's going to stay on the board for a while, unless, of course, his hero has plenty of shadow energy, so if he uses that, well, then he can damage my Aeon and kill it instantly. So hero does have a nice little ability there to just nuke allies, but fairly balanced. It costs 4. I think all the heroes, since they've redone it, probably a year ago since I last played, the heroes, I think, are fairly balanced. There are some better than others, but mostly due to the support cards. I do go ahead and disable his Infernal again, but that gets rid of my Ankle Breakers, and I toss out a Raven. So anyway, like I was saying, we're going to see a good Logan game next with Kentucky, but I think Logan could be quite viable right now. This is kind of a goofy build, but seems to be working fairly well against me. I really need to get some card draw. And so I toss out a Priest, and that'll help keep his Logan at bay for a little while, and a Jasmine. That's nice. And then I can hit one of his Infernals to make it attack 0. The other one's attack 0 already because it got hit by Ankle Breakers twice, which reduced its base attack twice. So now his Infernals are useless, and then I go ahead and use my hero ability on Jasmine so that I can start pinging more at his hero. He's down to 16 health. He does take out my Priest of Light. And see, I didn't mind that because he's going to get taken out with that Evil Ascension anyway. And Bad Wolf's another good one with Evil Ascension. He just heals up that damage. But I do go ahead and stop Thief, the Evil Ascension, because I feel like that's doing me a little bit more damage than his weapon is. And I want to make sure I can keep my allies on board. I go ahead and let my Jasmine die to get rid of his weapon and knock him down in health. So his Bad Wolf heals up, but doesn't matter because it's attack 0 because of that Raven. So I draw 1 card, and of course that's quite lucky to draw a Stop Thief to get rid of his Snow Sapphire. Sometimes it helps to be lucky. And I hit his Logan. He's down to 10. to my 21. So I'm feeling okay about this game now that I've cleared off that evil ascent. He does get a Berserker's Edge, and that means he can use his Logan ability on it, which will take out my Raven. So not feeling great with, it was looking good, and then it's funny how the tides change. Now he's got basically Berserker's Edge and nothing else on table, one card in hand. I have none in hand, none on table. So I'm just depending on my drawing here, hoping I can draw something useful, maybe an Aeon, a Raven, something. Ill-Gotten Gains, that potentially could help in a little bit, but for now I have no way to take out his allies and no way to take out any items. Oh, and he plays a War Banner, which is going to make his Infernal ping for 1, both Infernals, and it'll make the Bad Wolf ping for 1. Plus then he's got the weapon. So that Ill-Gotten Gains, like I was saying, won't be too helpful until I can have some way to take out his allies or take out his items. So I'm down to 16 health to his 10, but he of course has 3-1 damage or 3-1 attack allies on board plus his weapon. Oh, and that's ugly. I don't know what I draw there, but I have 8 resources and couldn't use it, and didn't sack it, so it obviously wasn't an Ill-Gotten Gains or something, an extra one. Though I might save that just in case, if I had an extra Ill-Gotten Gains drawn, I would probably save it here because I don't need a 9th resource yet. If I needed it on a particular turn, I could always sack it then, and that way if he shrieks it away, I can play it again. So I don't quite know what I drew there. I mean, maybe a retreat that I didn't want to play, or but I obviously drew something that was not playable. And he plays an Enrage to go up to 20 health and pings me down to 10 with his weapon and 3 allies. So yeah, that last turn of drawing something and not having it be playable is a little painful now with his 20 health to my 10, 3 allies, weapon, and War Banner out. That's okay. I draw here, and okay. Apparently, once again, I drew something unplayable. So now this game got really difficult. I'm assuming something happens because I'm not quite sure why I recorded this game now when it looks like certain defeat. I'm down to 3 health to his 20. He's got 3 allies out. He can kill me next turn. I did get to draw one when his weapon died. I do go ahead and sack something. I play Spell Eater Bands. That'll help versus those 1-pinging allies. But apparently that's all I could play. I didn't have any 3-cost allies to go down with it. So that Spell Eater Bands helped. It will absorb the damage. Otherwise, I would have died this turn with my 3 health versus 3 1-pings. And then he tosses out a Snow Sapphire. So not only is he at 20 health, it's going to be really hard to attack him. And I, of course, don't have spells in my rogue deck. So my hero's ability, having not played any cards for 10 turns, is now all built up. So that will let me Raven away and kill the Infernal. I don't want to go for the Bad Wolf because he's already reset to 0. They're all reset to 0. I do retreat the Bad Wolf. They're all reset to 0, but the War Banner makes him 1, and it wouldn't kill it because it's at 4 health. So I wanted to hit something that I would kill. That let me draw one, which let me get out an Alden. And he hits a smashing blow on my armor, so that's not so good. And tosses back out that Bad Wolf and pings my hero down to 2. Of course, if he had a weapon here, he would have just won the game, but luckily it appears he did not. So I draw my card and go ahead and kill his Bad Wolf with my Raven. That'll let me draw a card. It's nice. Then I kill his Infernal with my Alden, and that'll let me draw a card. So now, like I said, the Ill-Gotten Gains didn't help me right away, but once I could do some damage to his allies. And then I Bad Santa, and I have the risk that he's going to get out a weapon, but I was hoping to draw my other armor with it and toss that out to help protect me. I didn't get it, so I toss out a Priest and a Jasmine. I'm going to need to possibly get a Stop Thief to get rid of his armor soon, or else just wear it away. And he does get a weapon and uses it to make it attack 2. and hits my hero down to 1. Oh, tossing out, I was at 2, but tossing out that priest, of course, gave me an extra life. So he finally got the weapon, but was not able to win with it, and I stop thief his Snow Sapphire because I know now I can wear away the weapon's durability with all my characters. So instead of using the stop thief on the weapon and then hitting him and being frozen and having the armor absorb most of the damage, instead I can stop thief the armor and then wear away the weapon. And now, just for the newer, magically I attacked with that. So the weapon was at damage 2, so I attacked with the priest, who had 3, and then when it became damage 3, I attacked with Jasmine, who could take 4, and then when it was 4, I attacked with Raven, who could take 6. So I made sure all my allies got quite damage, but nobody died because of the order that I attacked in. So make sure you pay attention to little things like that. And now I've got his hero down to 5 because I've attacked multiple times, and I go ahead and toss out the ankle breaker and a Jasmine, and I make my Jasmine active, and she can go ahead and finish him off because she'll knock him down to 2, or to 1, because she had +1 attack with Alden, and my weapon will finish it off. So I ended up making a pretty nice comeback on that last turn. In fact, if you look at, I'm going to jump back here to the last turn. If you look here, I've got quite a few guys, but my hero is at 1 health. He has a weapon out, an armor out, and I don't have nearly enough to do enough damage to kill him yet. But and then when I'm not yet at 1 health. When he hits me here, I hit to 1 health, and so at this point it's looking a little bleak. But oh, and he messaged me right here and said, if you don't have an armor, you're dead. And so I didn't, of course, have an armor, but instead I said, nope, I win. Get rid of your armor, attack with all my guys, toss out an ankle breaker, toss out a Jasmine, make her active, attack with both them, and that can do enough damage. Out of his 20, I was able to do 21 damage on the final turn and win. So he did have another weapon in hand, basically, is what he told me. He messaged me while we were playing. Once I got rid of the weapon, he said, if you don't have another armor, you're dead. And no, it ended up that I was able to get rid of his armor and do 21 damage on that last turn to make an interesting little comeback. Those 2 turns there where I wasn't able to play anything with 8 resources, those obviously hurt quite a bit, but was lucky in drawing a stop thief when I needed to and stuff. So that ended up being a lot more interesting game than it looked kind of at the middle there. But hope you guys enjoyed listening to some of my thoughts as we go through that and why some of those different plays worked out pretty well. And next game we will be checking out a viewer game utilizing Logan as our hero instead of Lance, as I have a lot of Lance games being played. Kentucky is playing a Logan deck, and I hope you guys check that out. As always, if you want me to commentate one of your games, send me a message through YouTube or the forums, and hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you next time.